Alright, this way here I'm gonna do some 3 sets of King of the Mist Audience, or rather King of the Mist T4, just to do some testing on DPS, because there's some new thing I want to try out. There it goes. What the? Please, thank you. Phase now, please, thanks. Okay. Wait, where did he go? Okay. This one? Oh. Sometimes like DPS gets cut because he just runs around at the start and I can't really do anything about it. Nope. Wait, what? Is it up here? Okay. Oh, nice. I just paid for my run. I don't know why I pick up the shoes. I should just leave it there, right? These things are garbage. last one. I'm doing a third one just for consistency's sake, alright? What? Come on. Face? Yeah. Dead. お前はもう死んでる。Okay. Okay, doubt.
Stay light, stay alive.
Kind of meh actually. I'm going to briefly cover the build itself, and then you have a better idea of how it works, and then what changed. Alright, so first things first, I managed to hit about 6.5k ES on another setup. I realized I don't really need that much max ES, and then secondly I realized also that Eternal Youth doesn't really do very much once your ES goes to ridiculous values. So I've dropped Eternal Youth entirely and just use recharge. So instead of pathing to nodes here and then going, I just went for recharge here. So recharge gets like 15, 30, 45% faster start of recharge. That gives me considerably more recovery. Unfortunately not instant recovery, so I think in instances where you need the instant recovery you go Eternal Youth, but most of the time probably bosses you don't need to. You can unspec others and maybe go here if you want. It's the same amount of points, right? 3, 1, 2, 1 or 3 here. Same. Anyway, so I've unspec'd out of this area. Reason why is although this gives cooldown reduction, the reduced skill direction actually fucks up the new mechanic that I'm adding in. And also I get longer wither stack, so you know, then yeah. And then also, so because you're not going this area anymore, you don't really go for the ES nodes here. So and also gets in the way of recharge, right? But yeah, you don't get the ES nodes here. With these ES nodes here, that's 85% ES. Actually this goes up to 6.5k ES if I wanted to, but we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So yeah, actually I can actually, well, if I mean, personally speaking, you can still go back and get it. It's just you lose DPS, right? And the amount of DPS it loses, like, I think it's actually, it's not that much. It's not that much. Wait, it is that much. Wait, hold up. Total DPS is 20%, so 5.2 per point. Alright, so it's this one. So because of all the points I saved, I started going to all the the lower damage nodes. So down here, getting these. Yeah, I've gone. So these and these. That's damage. But yeah, the vine arrow tech is basically this. Okay. So vine arrows is this. Fire an arrow at area that lands after a short delay, damaging enemies and causing a plant to spring out at the impact location. Plant sprouts vines that latch onto nearby enemies, slowing their movement speed and dealing chaos damage over time. This plant can be poisoned, causing it to deal more damage. So it deals a very low base chaos damage over time. Vines attach to enemies. Vines slows enemies by X%. Poisoning the plant causes it to deal additional chaos damage per second equal to 50% of the poison damage per second. So whatever your poison damage is, you will pretty much do 50% of that. So it's technically 50% more poison damage per plant, I think, because it's its own chaos damage per second. It's not poison. So technically, by dropping 2 plants, you would have 100% damage increase, I think, but 100% more damage. But the thing is that uptime is a problem. It also affects your rotations, so you have to take that into account. So how the new rotation works like is you're gonna drop Despair, drop 2 of this, shield charge, and start your normal rotations. Start your normal rotations, and then eventually when the plants die, same thing. Repeat the same process and do your normal rotations. If you are fighting a boss and you can't go close, like for example, King of the Mist is like, he has a bunch of AoE shit around him and you're trying to kite stuff, you can charge in, get out, and then Plague Bearer. Plague Nova, sorry. Instead of using Resonating. Yeah, so that works too. Get out. Instead of Resonating, you roll out and then you do Plague Nova. While just dropping Despair and 2 Vine Arrows whenever you need to. Vine Arrow setup is a swap, so you can't obviously use Vine Arrow on a shield and spear. So the fastest is to use Quill Rain. I don't think the less damage here affects Vine Arrow because it's not an attack. I think. I might be wrong, you know, I did. So chaos damage per second 29. Oh, wait, let's try. Okay, let's put another bow. Maybe that's the best way to test it out. Where's my other bow? Where's my? Let's try this one. Let's try this one. Yeah. So see the chaos damage per second? Not affected at all. So you really want something that's fast, and this is fast. I don't think arrow speed that matters that much, but basically you just want to be able to drop 2. Despair Curse and then start your rotations, or Despair Curse, Despair Curse, then Vine Arrow, start your rotations. So rotations are, so your base rotation is basically still the same thing. If you can stand in front of the enemy and just hit them without having to kite anything, shield charge, resonating. Okay, so shield charge into resonating. Alright, shield charge and resonating. Whenever these things are off cooldown, you put them back and then you shield charge, resonating. When you're dealing with a boss that has lots of, like, it's very hard, you have to stay mobile and you can't actually stand in one location. You can't use resonating because it locks you in place. So you shield charge, roll out, then Plague Nova, right? And then you repeat the process. Plague Nova also helps stack poisons on Vine Arrow, I think, and then so yeah, that works too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think DPS is high enough to result in a 2-minute run for what was it called again? King of the Mist, along with the whatever invulnerable phase or whatever the in-between phase duration is. Yeah, but I mean you can't really go 5k ES unless you have really good gear for your ES stuff. So yeah, unspecking out this is only just because my new chest is amazing. 30 divs though. I saw this with 30 divs, I was like, what? 577 ES with 1475 evasion rating with triple suffixes that have res for 30 divs? So I just bought this, yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Next thing I want to do is probably see if I can get I don't think I can get a faster Quill Rain. I think this is the fastest. And then probably a better, higher block rear guard. So like my downtime, my block isn't that bad. It doesn't offset that much. Alright, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys. I'm out. Bye.